Rockstar Games have made some of the greatest video games of all time. Since this is a racing channel, I kind of have to mention Midnight Club, undoubtedly one of the best racing series of all time. In my opinion, it's in my top 3 of Need for Speed, Burnout, and then obviously Midnight Club, probably somewhere in the top 2 to be quite honest. GTA, do we even need to talk about what that series has done for gaming, period? GTA 5 is one of the most selling pieces of media ever, pretty much, at least that's what we're told. GTA 4 is my personal favorite in the series. The story in that game was something which I just wish I could experience once again from the start, completely blind, because it was one of my favorite stories in a video game, period. Then there was that table tennis game, but we won't speak about that. You can probably see the point I'm making here. Rockstar have never made a bad game. It's one of those things that if you look through their whole portfolio, there's not one bad game in their library. But shark cards were a serious problem in GTA 5. Love them or hate them, a lot of money was made from microtransactions, and it's clear to us, you know, looking at the direction where Rockstar are going, that microtransactions definitely have a place in their future. Not only that, but the whole live service model and stuff, clearly something which they're interested in investing in. And that takes us to the Wild West. Red Dead Redemption 2 is what I believe the industry needs as the next step for gaming. Now, before we go ahead and kind of continue and talk about this, like not only the storytelling and all that kind of stuff, I want to say there's going to be no spoilers in this video, so if you are looking to buy Red Dead, don't worry, even though we're playing single player, there's going to be like no mention of the single player in this. I'm too poor to play the online because obviously it's only available for Ultimate Edition owners, so we are going to talk a bit about that in this video, but this is going to be more of a kind of the general gist of Red Dead, because there's a lot to talk about in this, which I think affects every facet of gaming. But yeah, I just wanted to quickly say, like, there's going to be no spoilers in this. We're kind of just going to roam around, maybe do some of the spontaneous events, but not actually do any of the story events. For example, this one, which has literally just came up, right, fuck, shit, they're trying to kill me, the fucking cants. No, reload and die. Oh my god, look how he's maneuvering on that horse. I actually have no clue why I'm being shot. I think they might be a rival gang. Fucking die. That completely caught me off guard. I'm not sure if you could tell. But that is a prime example of what I'm actually talking about. That was a spontaneous event, I think because I have a bounty on my head and those people were trying to clear my bounty. If we press start and go to the map, you can see there's bounty hunters on that side looking for me, so I can only assume those corpses that are now dead were also bounty hunters. But that's exactly what I mean. In this world, it doesn't feel like you have to start a mission to find things to do. When you interact with any character in this game, whether it's a stranger you're just passing or someone that you're seeing in one of the town centers, it's like every single NPC interaction is meaningful. The attention to detail, to be quite frank, is absolutely shocking, and it gives me a feeling which I had back in GTA 5 when I was first playing through the story in that game. And this is the side of Rockstar which I just think is absolutely just fantastic. I think that's the side of them which I don't think anyone can really fault them on. The attention to detail, the gameplay, the pacing of the game. A lot of people have given a lot of slack for Red Dead 2 for being a slow burning game, but for me, I don't personally mind that. I grew up on games like San Andreas, Underground 2, Underground 1, games that were a slow burn to begin with. Burnout was a big slow burner, Midnight Club was a slow burner. There's a lot of games I grew up on which weren't like games where you got given everything right at the start, and maybe that's because I'm a little bit older. I don't particularly mind that this is a bit of a slow grind. Now this is just the open world single player. Like I said, I'm not going to be doing any story missions in this video, but as we all know, Red Dead Redemption 2's online portion is now slowly rolling out. And it begs the question, because I know for this game specifically, there's a lot of weapon customization. If I go ahead and pull over here and go into first person view, because there is a first person view in this game, which is absolutely absurd to think. If I go over to my knife, which I'll explain in a minute. You can see that my knife is fully customized. It doesn't look like that normally. I spent way too much on that. I spent at least like half of my money right at the beginning customizing that knife. Stupid of me, I know, but that's my knife. The reason to why I show that is because there's clearly a lot of room for, you know, customization, and customization, especially with the online portion, goes hand in hand with microtransactions, shark cards, or whatever they're going to be called in this game, buffalo cards or whatever. As good as Rockstar Games' actual games are, as good as the single player component of their games are, is this something which we should be worried about going forward with their future games? Like I said, there's a lot of room for microtransactions in this game specifically. You can see it in almost every facet of the game. You can see it in the horses, like in the way you can customize your horses. You can see it in the way that you can customize your character. You can choose to have a hat on, not have a hat on, have a balaclava. Then you have the boots, and you have the, like, there's so many different variants of things you can do that, like, it just gets you thinking. There's baddies behind us. What is going on? Unwanted man. They're enemies. That's exactly what I mean. There's always things to do. Like, you can't just turn off and just play this game. You actually have to think about what you're doing. And it's so nice to play a game and actually be able to, like, actually put thought behind things. Now, it's not only the customization and stuff, which is really varied in this game. Even the interactions with other characters are really varied, and even with my horse. So, for example, with this horse, if they say they see a predator in the wild, you would then have to click L3 in to tame the horse and make sure that it doesn't get angry. It's little things like that which no other game developer would do that I can think of. Obviously, if you actually have to think about how your horse is being treated, and if you have to feed it, and if you have to look after it and brush it, because you can actually brush the horse in this game. Would anyone else think of that? Would anyone else actually think of that? And then on top of that, if you do it like in time, you get like better like brushing rewards and stuff. It's fucking crazy. I've said to a lot of my friends, if this is what Red Dead's like, Lord knows what the next GTA game's gonna be like, probably on next gen. Because honestly, I don't think I'm ready, like, to see what they could do in a modern world where a lot of the doors and stuff you can open like you can in this world. A lot of the interiors in this game, you can pretty much go in a lot of them. It just begs the question, like, what is the next GTA going to be like? If we ever see another Midnight Club game, what would that be like? LA Noire, there's so many different series that Rockstar have which they can continue. It is just absolutely ridiculous. But it's one of those things, should we be worried about microtransactions with Rockstar games? It's a bit of a discussion point, really. I've kind of wanted to bring up, really. One thing I will quickly do before ending this video is show you guys the gun customization, because this is something which I'm pretty sure you guys will be interested in.
Wow, been a while since you've been back, hasn't it? So, what are you aiming for today?
That's really weird, because it genuinely has, like, literally been a while. The last time I came in here was when and now he's talking to me about a fight I've had. What the fuck is going on? So you can see my knife is fully customized. I literally went individually. You can have different colors, and you can go really, really in depth with what you're doing. I have a lot more money now compared to when I first upgraded this knife. If I go over to this double barrel shotgun, which I haven't customized at all, we can see that it's so detailed. And again, I'm not trying to, like, spoil anything here, but, like, it's just ridiculous. They've thought about so much, and it's still in theme. That's the thing. It's still within the theme of the Wild West. I can't wait to see what the future of this game holds, and I can't wait to actually finish it. At the moment, this could be very, very close to the game of the generation for me, and I know for a lot of others, it's already there. I'm gonna probably make a video once I finish the story, maybe once I've started a bit of Red Dead Online, and, you know, to keep this kind of like timeline up of like Red Dead videos. I don't want to obviously overwhelm you guys, but at the same time, I do kind of want to follow my progress in this game, like, through the channel. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. If you want to see more of this, make sure to go ahead and hit like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys have an awesome day. Stay safe, and peace.